79% may not be the tomato meter rating the merc with a mouth and his adamantium-clawed friend were expecting. Nevertheless, the wait is over. Deadpool and Wolverine's review embargo has officially been lifted, and the critics are reacting to director Shawn Levy and Marvel Jesus' highly anticipated MCU entry. But Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman's long-awaited team-up has resulted in a Rotten Tomatoes score of only 79%, against 117 reviews, at the time of this writing. MovieWeb's own Julian Roman writes, "It is an unabashed filet mignon of fan service. The filmmakers assume the audience has seen every Marvel film and television series. It's an experience tailor-made for die-hard fans. This may be a misstep and overreach. This engineered euphoria can be viewed as cheap thrills that mask a lack of creativity. I have no doubt there were marketing studies about who would have the most impact. But there's also nothing wrong with giving people the candy they want." By comparison, Deadpool, 2016, registers 85% on the tomato meter, while Deadpool 2, 2018, clocks in at 84%. However, both films eclipsed $780 million each worldwide at the box office. Brian Truitt of USA Today calls Deadpool and Wolverine the best of the MCU outings since Avengers: Endgame. And Peter D. Bruges of Variety adds in his review, "The laughs are a given, but not the misty-eyed reaction to the final minutes of Deadpool and Wolverine, which is by far the most fan-service sequel released under the Marvel banner, and that's saying something, since the comic book empire panders even harder to its flock than the faith-based industry does. In the past, such shameless give folks what they wantism might have been a bad thing, but here, it serves as a welcome corrective to the superhero overload of the past 15 years. Deadpool and Wolverine's first reactions, which were limited to social media, dropped 24 hours prior to the official review embargo lifting, and all the hype surrounding those promising posts on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, X, and the like seem justified now that the critics are divulging their thoughts about Reynolds and Jackman's MCU team-up. Tom Jorgensen of IGN writes, "Jackman and Reynolds have been road-testing their chemistry on social media for years now, and Deadpool and Wolverine proves their catty one-upmanship can sustain a feature-length adventure. There's a trust and ease between the stars that puts their banter head and shoulders above most of their MCU contemporaries. Again, years and years of de facto rehearsal and an R rating give them a lot of leeway." Pete Hammond of Deadline adds, "Teaming Reynolds with his personal good friend Hugh Jackman, as well as setting up Deadpool and Wolverine in a forced odd coupling, this all comes off like an inspired cross between Godzilla vs. Kong and Midnight Run, a scenario in which two opposites are drawn together against any single natural instinct either one of them has. And guess what? It works beyond your wildest screen team dreams." While Deadpool and Wolverine eyes a box office take which could eclipse $360 million worldwide over its opening weekend, it's not all good news for director Shawn Levy and the film's stars. As it turns out, some of the reviews are downright unkind. Michael Phillips of the Chicago Tribune only gives the superhero flick a 1 out of 4 rating. Phillips writes, "Deadpool and Wolverine settles for manic, gamer-style ultraviolence where death isn't a thing, really, but where the grotesque sight gags start to feel not simply hollow, but kind of awful." Tim Grierson of Screen International adds, "This comic book pairing ultimately underwhelms, resulting in some touching moments and some anarchic humor in a picture otherwise dragged down by convoluted multiverse logistics and drab fan service. Bottom line, based on the reviews, it seems like Deadpool and Wolverine is great for die-hard fans who love being catered to. However, it might come across as a bit excessive, possibly even hollow, for anyone who isn't already an MCU connoisseur." Deadpool and Wolverine opens in theaters on July 26.